The anti-vaxxers haven't gone away, and now they're apparently getting increasingly frustrated that some large-scale vaccination sites are being set up, leading to protests. Not far from here, actually. Hundreds of cars were backed up at Los Angeles' Dodger Stadium this weekend after the coronavirus vaccination super site temporarily shut down due to a few dozen anti-vax protesters. The site shut down for about 55 minutes, but no appointments were canceled. That is according to a spokesperson from Eric Garcetti's office, so maybe we can trust that. But anyway, protesters carried signs that said, "Save your soul, turn back now. CNN is lying to you. Recall Gavin Newsom," which that's kind of funny. "Take off your," wait, but he just opened the state again. Why are they mad at him? He's like kind of doing their bidding. But anyway, "Take off your mask." Some handed out pamphlets to motorists who had their windows down. Some cars blared their horns as they drove by. One individual, German Jacques, says, "This is completely wrong." He'd driven from Laverne, says, "This is the wrong message. I've been waiting for weeks to get an appointment. I am a dentist. I'm taking a big risk being around patients. I want to be safe for my patients and for my family." We've got more information about the setup of this protest, but I'm assuming, cynical Francesca, you're probably not surprised by the anti-vaxxers, but it sucks that all these people had to wait an additional hour because of a few dozen idiots.
Yeah, I mean, also just there's a privilege embedded in being able to. It takes a lot for someone to even just go wait for like the average wait times, or at least an hour. So I've been in that line to get testing, and you're in your car, you're burning gas, that's already, you're taking your day, that's already a lot. And then you got the crazies from Facebook, because this was a Facebook organized event, because freedom of speech and stuff, I guess. And I would just want to point out that one of the signs at this protest said, "Let Bill Gates get the vaccine." I assume because they believe that this is an entire sort of Bill Gates hoax to put a microchip in our arms and track us. Yeah, Bill Gates got the vaccine. Okay, because he's a multi-billionaire, and also he donated $250 million to developing the vaccine, which I would argue is not enough. We need more of that mun, honey. So all the rich people who you think are controlling us are also getting the vaccine. But I'm sure you've got some sort of galaxy brain explanation for why they're immune, because their lizard scales are able to, break apart the COVID, whatever it is in your melted little brain. It's very upsetting. I know we're gonna go into it, but I just want to say that like these are 50 people. These are like just a couple dozen people.
Yeah.
Where were the police? Why weren't the police breaking up this kind of demonstration? When they are like completely bringing down the full force of the LAPD on Black Lives Matter protesters who have been consistent outside of Eric Garcetti, our mayor's home. My solution is just put the vax sites in front of Garcetti's home, and then you just two birds, one stone it.
That would be pretty good. Yeah, that's so frustrating. Like, because it's not like they're protesting a city council meeting to mandate everyone has to get vaccinated. They're trying to stop people who are choosing to get themselves vaccinated.
Yeah.
So they're saying, I want to make it harder for you to exercise autonomy over your body. And I think that that's perfectly fine because of something about Bill Gates. I don't know what the idea that you sketched out. I assume that's going to be one of your predictions for Marjorie Taylor Greene's next conspiracy theory. But anyway, I want to give you a little bit more information about the nature of these people. I mean, because after all, anti-vaxxer, that is a particular sort of conspiracy theorist that can come in multiple varieties. That's like an LA thing for like a long time. That's not necessarily super QAnon, Georgia, whatever. But anyway, let's give you a little bit of information about it. A post on social media described the demonstration as the scamdemic protest march. Remember that video from last year? They still believe all that stuff. It advised participants to please refrain from wearing Trump or MAGA attire, as we want our statement to resonate with the sheeple. No flags, but informational signs only. And then this is a sharing information protest and march against everything COVID: vaccine, PCR tests, lockdowns, masks, Fauci, Gates, Newsom, the entire country of China, digital tracking that I'm ignoring as I type this into my smartphone. They're against tests for COVID. They also said it's against COVID, so that's good. They don't believe it exists, but they're willing to protest against it. But they're against masks, literally just testing for the presence of the disease. And they're still out there. 95,000 people, half the population of my hometown died in January alone. And these people are like, okay, where's next protest? Let's do this thing.
I mean, there are no words, right? You have to. We're 1 week and change into the Biden administration. And again, I think that leadership is so important right now. There are always gonna be crazies. The problem was that there was one in the White House. And so if we can create better leadership from a national and a local level, I think that will trickle down. But it is very painful for people who've lost someone, for people who are losing work, for people who are sheltering with their families and kids who are unable to go to school, for people who want to get back to some kind of sense of normalcy, that these nut jobs, I'm sorry, but they're the reasons that we can't have nice things. These are the reasons that there are super spreader events, that there are, that people who are openly flaunting this. And let's just be real, people who have the time in their day. They are not working on the front lines. They're not healthcare workers. They are not essential workers. No, they're probably retirees, or maybe they're independently wealthy. They're just people who've got time to go protest. Like, cool, I'm just gonna go, take a day to go protest this vaccine site. I know it was a weekend, so maybe they took a break from their jobs. I don't know what, I don't know. What do they do? Etsy? What do they sell? Like open mask, Etsy masks, open face masks? I'm not sure. I mean, what do you do as an anti-vaxxer? I guess.
Honestly, probably all sorts of stuff. That's the thing with all of these. It's everyone. I mean, those people who stormed the Capitol, they're CEOs and they're all sorts of things. Like Marjorie Greene, like she owned like a contracting company, I think. And she's the craziest person you ever met in your life. So
I do think,
anyway,
I just want to say, I think we need some sort of like crazy swap, where because it's hard to talk to your own family and friends who have been like sucked into conspiracy theories. But if we had some sort of exchange program, where we can you get someone else's aunt, and then you get someone else's uncle, and then you have to talk them off the ledge. It's much less personal, and I think it could be more effective. So I would like the Biden administration to look into that.
I think you should produce that as a special for like MSNBC. I think that'd be actually fascinating, and they might actually go for it. That's not a bad idea. I like that. Strife swap, I think we'd call it. But anyway, check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.